let's start from the very beginning. You and Daniel met in 2011,
2012.
2012. Okay. And how did you guys initially meet?
We initially meet because we had common friends. Like I had friends that were friends with him. So yeah, he just ended up messaging me over Facebook. Like like I had actual friends that I would hang out with and they knew him. So he was like, "Oh, you know her. I'm gonna just write to her." And that's how we started talking.
Okay. And you were how old at that time?
I was 16.
Okay. And he's what, like 15?
No,
Something
he's
like that?
16. He's 16.
16. Okay. Same age. Okay. And then you guys worked at the same deli?
No, he worked there first for some years. It's after I moved in with him that I started working with him in the deli.
Okay. And were you with him when, was it his father or stepfather that got murdered?
It was his stepfather.
Okay.
I wasn't with him. It was like probably 2 years before I met him that happened.
Okay. So when you met him, because I guess he dropped out of school right around that time?
No, when I met him, actually, he had a scholarship. He was being homeschooled. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. He used to play a lot of sport. He used to play soccer, and he's extremely smart. He was in a law program. Yeah, he was doing good. He just stopped, cause I guess he just stopped. He just stopped with the homeschooling.
Okay. So he technically dropped out of school.
Yeah,
then at some point.
technically through that. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are dating, 16 years old, and so you guys move in together at one point?
Yeah, I moved out my 18th birthday. Literally, my birthday.
Okay. So you guys move in together, and are you pregnant at this point or no?
No, I didn't get pregnant till like a year later.
Okay. So you guys move in at 18 years old,
Yeah.
and this is your first apartment, his first apartment, I'm assuming also, right?
Yeah, we actually lived with his mom. He's
Oh.
lived there. Yeah, he's lived there his whole life. So
Okay. So you move in with his mother.
yeah,
Okay. Was that a little uncomfortable?
very. It was very uncomfortable. We're talking about a railroad apartment. It was like 2 bedrooms, and we made the living room into a bedroom for me and him.
Okay. So you guys are living together, and is he a rapper at this point or no?
He was pursuing more clothing, but he was dipping and dabbing into rap.
Okay. But the Tekashi 6ix9ine name wasn't around back
Oh,
then.
yes, it was. It wasn't
what?
as big. Everybody knew him from the deli because he was the kid with the outrageous clothing, the offensive clothing, because he was big into clothing. He had these crazy shirts that said HIV on them. Like, that's how he was getting attention, through his style and his clothing. So then he met someone who was like, "Hey, why don't you just do music? I write songs or whatever." And that's when he started pursuing the music thing.
Okay, yeah, because I remember I met someone who lived in that area and said that he remembers him from the deli, and he would be wearing like dresses and like really
Yes.
crazy stuff.
Like on some super young thug shit. Like dresses, skirts, all of that.
Okay. So how are you, being his girlfriend, taking him wearing dresses? and stuff?
I was young and he was my first boyfriend. Like he was my first boyfriend, first everything. So I'm like, I love him no matter what. So if he likes it, I love it. Like I was very supportive.
And was he getting the tattoos at this point?
When I moved in, he had already one tattoo, and it's the one that says "scum" right here. That's like in bones.
Okay. So the other tattoos started coming later.
They're coming later. And most of them he got done behind my back. A lot of them.
Okay. So you guys are 18, living with his mother, and then you get pregnant about a year later.
Yeah.
Was it a planned pregnancy or no?
No. I didn't want to be with him. He knew that. He says it. Like anybody who knows this person would be like, "Oh, I trapped her." Like, he says it on purpose. He knows that I didn't, around this time, I had moved in with my parents, and I was back and forth between between his mom's house and my parents' house. And he was just at a point where he just wanted his career to pop so much. This is when he was doing the crazy videos with the girls, like suplexing bitches and stuff like that. Like, it became too much for me. I'm like, you know, you're lying to me. You're going to Trife Drew's basement to film with these girls. I have to see it on World Star. Like, at least give me a heads up. I have to see it with the rest of the fucking world. You know? You just, like, doing all these crazy things to these girls, and I'm just, like, here just at home watching it. I felt, at that point, I was feeling fed up and very disrespected, and I guess he knew that. So it was just, like, one of those things that just happened. Like, I got pregnant.
Okay, and, I mean, I'm just working out the timeline in my head right now. 18 is when he made that video with the girl who ended up being 13.
I think he was 9. He was 18 at the time, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and the girl ended up being 13.
Yeah.
Those are the videos that you're talking about, which included that particular video.
Yes, which included that, yeah.
Okay. When you saw that video, did you know the girl was underage?
You know, to this day, I haven't seen that video.
Okay.
That's just, it was taken down before I saw it. Like, instantly, it was taken down. I didn't even know about it until I have people calling me, family members, like, oh, you saw what he did? Like, no, I don't. To this day, I don't even know what really went down. To this day, no, up until recently when we were going to court, the day of his sentencing, whether he was going to plead guilty, whether he was going to get the 3 years for that case, they described what was on that video, and I had no idea. Like, years later, 3 years later, I still didn't know until they fully described it in court. And I'm just like, really? Like, I didn't know? I never questioned or asked about that video. I just know he got in trouble for doing another video with a girl. And he got in trouble because of the girl's age. But I didn't know what was done on that video. I never seen the video.
Okay. I mean, now that you know the girl's age was 13, how do you feel about that?
No, I knew her age before that.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't know what happened in the video. I felt bad. I felt extremely bad. I'm like, you know, at that point, it was normal for me to see him do videos with girls that are like 17, 18, around our age. The girl didn't look 13, from like the pictures and the stills of the video, because I never seen the video. I just seen the like stills of the video. She didn't look 13. And I'm just like, how the fuck this happened? Like, how's there a girl in a trap house full of niggas? And like, how's that happening at like 3 o'clock in the morning? Where are her parents? Where is she coming from? How is this even possible for this to happen? Yeah. I just felt completely numb. Like, I couldn't believe it when I heard her age. And me knowing the situation, like, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. There's a trap house full of dudes. I'm pretty sure they were violating her, throwing water on her and stuff like that, like, from what the video described. I'm just like, how is that even possible for that to happen? It was a little bit unbelievable to me.